Assalamualaikum and a very good day I wish to all of you. Welcome to our forum. Did you know food insecurities remains a critical global issue in 2024 and is happened by multiple factors including conflict, climate change, and economic instability. So one of the crucial components in reducing food insecurity is the food bank. My name is Elena Andrea and I'm the moderator of our forum today. So today we would like to highlight topics that are quite interesting, which are food bank applications. I am sure that every one of us has different opinion and thought with this topic. So before we proceed to our forum, I would like to introduce our panelists today. So our first panelist, Mr. Nur Haikal Hakimi, the NGO of Yayasan Food Bank Malaysia. Are you ready, Mr. Haikal?
Yes, I am ready, Ms. Moderator.
Okay, the second panelist, Ms. Iza Nur Fatia, volunteer of the Food Bank Malaysia, PFPM for Initiative Peduli Rakyat. And our last panelist, Ms. Nur Zahira, founder of Food Aid Foundation. How do you feel today, Ms. Iza?
I'm fine and I'm so excited to share new information to all the audience and panelists.
And how about you, Ms. Zahira?
I'm good also. Thank you for asking.
So before we start our forum in detail, let me explain about our topic today. Have you ever heard about food banks and have you ever known who created a food bank? The food bank was inspired by John when he met with a single mother of 10 children. The family pointed out the amount of struggle with food available in grocery store dumpster. From there, he began collecting food that was still good for human consumption, but no longer profitable by supermarkets. This is how he founded the world's first food bank in 1967. John passed away at the age of 83, but his legacy of food bank lives on throughout North America. So basically, a food bank is a non-profit organization that collects, stores, and distributes food to those in need. And people in developed countries nowadays have higher awareness about food bank. So, Mr. Haikal, can you tell us about the advantages of the food bank applications?
Thank you to the moderator and fellow respected audience. Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Nur Haikal Hakimi bin Jafri, representing the Yayasan Food Bank NGO for our forum discussion about this food bank application today. As stated by Ms. Zaila before, food banks play a significant role in our society as it was started during an economic recession. They provide essential food support to those in need, address food insecurity, and offer emergency relief during crises. Due to an increasing amount of demands, we could say that the food banks program is getting too popular, which requires an alternative method of handling, managing, and distributing the food efficiently. Thus, creating food bank applications are necessary to efficiently assess and assist individuals and families experiencing this food insecurity issue. So today, I would like to share a bit about the benefit of utilizing food bank application and how it offers different outcomes than the traditional method of handling food bank now. First, I would like to emphasize the efficiency in queue management. Traditional food banks typically operate with a first-come, first-served approach where clients physically queue up at distribution sites to receive food assistance. This method usually relies on individuals being physically present to receive food to receive support, often leading to long lines and wait times. With food bank application, we implement virtual queuing system which can minimize wait times for food recipients and reduce the need for long lines and crowded waiting areas at food distribution sites. This system typically operates by allowing clients to register online and schedule their specific times for food pickup. The clients have to provide necessary information such as household size and dietary needs during registration, and once they are registered, they will receive notifications and reminders about their scheduled pickup time through email, SMS, or the application itself. This is to ensure that the food banks can serve clients promptly and effectively while maintaining a manageable flow of people at distribution sites. Next, the food bank application can be accessed by 24 hours of availability. So basically, traditional food banks typically operate during specific hours and require clients to physically visit distribution sites during this operate time to receive assistance. This can limit accessibility for individuals who may have transportation challenges and work schedules that conflict with distribution hours. By providing a 24-hour availability, this food bank application can make it more accessible for clients to apply for assistance by online or through mobile apps. This will allow them to access food bank services at any time from the comfort of their homes or other locations with internet access, reducing barriers related to physical mobility, time constraint, or distance from distribution sites. Furthermore, food bank applications also play a crucial role in fostering community engagement by providing a digital platform in which individuals can connect with and support their communities. To support this statement, this application often include option for volunteering, where community members can sign up with food distribution, fundraising event, fundraising events, or food drive. This involvement not only increased the manpower available to food banks, but also strengthened community bonds as people come together for a common cause, combating food insecurity. Secondly, food bank applications frequently feature donation functionalities, which allow community members to contribute food items or monetary donation directly through apps or websites. This streamlined process encourages regular participation in charitable giving, making it easier for individuals and businesses alike to contribute to community welfare. Furthermore, this application can also highlight a lot of community events such as food distribution days or awareness campaigns, fostering a sense of unity and shared responsibility in addressing local hunger issues. Overall, food bank application can utilize the use of technology to enhance community engagement by providing accessible avenues for volunteering, donating, and staying informed about initiatives, thereby empowering residents to actively participate in supporting their neighbors in need. To conclude my points, food bank applications offer a multitude of benefits, ranging from more efficient food distribution, improved accessibility, to promoting community involvement. In fact, there are many more advantages that contribute to the benefit of food bank application in addressing food insecurity, which I did not have the opportunity to highlight in detail due to time constraints. However, it is believed that these new methods of technological advancement will leverage the traditional method of handling food banks by providing more opportunities for streamlined operations, better resource allocation, and enhanced outreach to a wider community in need of food assistance. That's all from me. Thank you. Back to you, Ms. Moderator.
Thank you, Mr. Haika, for your explanation. From your point, we can see that there are a lot of advantages of the food banks. And nowadays, we can see that food banks are located in various settings such as school, hospitals, and health clinics. So we also want to know about challenges of the food bank. Ms. Fiza, can you tell us more about it?
First of all, I would like to thank Ms. Zaila for inviting me to deliver some information about the food bank application. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Fiza Nur Fatihah binti Yahaya and I am one of the volunteers of the Food Bank Malaysia PFBM for Initiative Peduli Rakyat to give a talk for this food bank application forum. So today, I want to emphasize and give my opinion about the challenges to ensure the food bank application is successful and runs smoothly. As we know, a food bank is a charitable organization that distributes food for those who have difficulty in purchasing enough food to avoid hunger. So, in order to make sure everyone gets enough food and nutrients, the food bank should have a large and a lot of food. Then here is where the challenge begins. Because we know that the food is undoubtedly a highly sensitive product. So, the failure to maintain the storage facilities may lead to food wastage, which means that limited storage or failure to maintain the storage for food banks can result in food waste and inability to accept more and larger donation. This is because one of the biggest impacts of the shelf life of food is how it is stored to maintain the quality of the food products, and improperly stored food tends to spoil or go stale much faster. For instance, Some food products like meat, fish, and chicken have to be kept in frozen or chilled. However, the frozen storage or chiller are often limited in most food banks and might not be enough when more donation of food keep coming. So there will be serious situation when this happens because the products will get rotten and lead to food waste. Other than that, they also have to make sure that the food they receive must be stored and frequently checked on its expiry date. Moreover, I would like to highlight that the food products themselves are one of the challenges to make the food bank application successful. My point is, not all the food banks have the healthiest food. This is because most food products in the food bank are non-perishable foods, such as canned food. There are a lot of this type of food in the food bank because it lasts long and easier for the volunteers to check their expiry date. Nevertheless, this type of food is not a healthy and fresh foods and causes problems such as obesity when people eat too much of non-perishable food and people also not getting their proper sources of food. Furthermore, nutritional goals are often hard to achieve because the food that was donated in the food bank does not have enough and available donation of healthy food. In addition, the food bank might have received a lot of food that might not follow the nutritional guidelines. For examples, when the food banks operate with social supermarkets, it can be difficult to choose and balance the healthy products. And when settings with food parcel, a food banks might have more risks on product mix and mismatch with existing consumption patterns. Therefore, the charitable food system is really a good thing to exist in the world because it plays a bigger role in helping vulnerable population to provide enough food and avoid starvation. But if we want to improve our nation's nutrition infrastructure, we cannot overlook policies and programs impacting the charitable food system. Thus, charitable food should be nutritious, and food donors should prioritize the donation of healthy food and beverages. Then, public policies also should promote more nutrition donations. Last but not least, I think voluntary labor is also one of the challenges that food banks are facing in order to make it run smoothly. As many people know that food banks are doing well because there are volunteers that offer their services to help people in food seeker situation. So without those volunteers out there, food banks might not and would not exist, and the fact that food banks are mostly run by volunteers has a significant impact on the supply chain management activities. Furthermore, the number of available volunteers is often found to be limited, and it can be hard to find new volunteers. Also, the turnover of volunteers can be quite high too. Therefore, significant effort can be necessary for continuous requirement for volunteers. In addition to finding volunteers and managing such a volunteer workforce is also quite challenging because to maintain volunteers, food banks try not to be demanding in terms of volunteers' effort. However, this means that many volunteers might only work only for a few hours, then the operational workflow will never reach a more streamlined levels. On the other hand, in many cases, planning is extremely difficult and short notice, as food banks typically do not know in advance how many volunteers are available on a given day. So, in conclusion, it goes without challenge and without a doubt at the initial stage. However, as time flies, there are many challenges faced by the NGOs and foundations of the food programs. The findings from my study reveal that the failure to maintain storage facilities that lead to food wastage, enough amount of healthy food provided in the food banks, and voluntary labor are challenges faced by many NGOs and the foundations in handling the food bank programs. Although there are other challenges, but I believe that the challenges that I highlight are quite important to be discussed. That's all from me. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Ms. Pizza, for your explanation. So now we all know that food banks also have their own challenges. So next we move to our third panelist, Ms. Zahira. What are the factors that constitute the food bank development?
Thank you, Ms. Zaila. Hi and Assalamualaikum to everyone. My name is Nur Zahira binti Hanifa and I'm the founder of the Food Aid Foundation. My focus on the forum today is what are the factors that constitute to the food bank development. I can emphasize this into three factors, which is the first one is the starvation, the second is the low income household, and the third one is the homelessness. As the first and second panelists discuss the benefit and the challenges of the food bank development, I believe that it is crucial to address the factors that make food banks so essential. So, as I mentioned before, the first factor that I would like to address is the starvation issue. I would say that this is an arising issue among university students, especially the B40 students. Many students from this group are struggling to meet their basic needs, nutritional needs. According to a study on 2019 by UK Wu and the colleagues, students experiencing food poverty often lack access adequate food and resort to unhealthy eating habits. This food insecurity can negatively impact their academic performance, health, and also mental well-being, which leads to stress, anxiety, and depression. This problem has become a major issue in our society because students are the future leaders of our country. So it is important to ensure that they are healthy and well nourished. There is another study also mentioned that there are some students in university that couldn't even afford to buy a food that only costs around 4 ringgit to 5 ringgit per meal. So this was brought to the cabinet's attention following a media report. And in response, the Malaysian government introduced the Food Bank Siswa program. So this program is the initiative part of the Malaysia National Food Bank program, which aim to support the B40 students in several public universities by providing them with much needed food resources. Even within UKM, we have observed and see that students receive basic food and essential product from Maui. So these are the example of initiative taken by the government. So next, I would like to talk about to emphasize the factor of low income. There is also a relationship between the food insecurity and with lower household income. Low income families categorized as B40 represent the 40% of household within a monthly income of RM 3,900 and below. Some studies have mentioned that the COVID-19 pandemic has increased the financial struggles of low-income families and also increase the number of B40 families in Malaysia. So the cost of living in Malaysia, especially the urban areas, has been rising steadily. Essentials such as housing, transportation, and food have become more expensive, placing an additional financial pressure on low-income households. The positive impact of the food bank is the evident from the success of Food Bank Malaysia program, PFBM. I believe that Ms. Fiza is aware of the statistic. Former Deputy Prime Minister Dato Seri Dr. Wan Aziz Wan Ismail reported that 45,850 households has benefited from its pioneer program in Penang. So Food Bank not only provide food but also information on other resources and services to help low-income families to improve financial situation. The implementation of the Food Bank Center is one of the measures to ensure that people have access to food and give positive impact on the community. And the final factor that I would like to emphasize is the homelessness. Homelessness or gelandangan is a greater concern in most countries across the globe, including Malaysia. Homeless individuals often face severe food insecurity and lack adequate clothing. Insufficient income, unemployment, and low wages prevent these individuals and families from affording housing, forcing them to live on the street or even temporary shelters. In Malaysia, the development of Food Bank Malaysia has emerged from formal and informal channel by non-government organization or individual from the existing food bank program commenced by the government in December 2018. For your information, the establishment of food bank in Malaysia was originally due to the increase of food waste. So a clear example of addressing this issue was done by the Kechara Soup Kitchen, which support the homeless and the underprivileged communities by providing meals, outreach program, and support. Justin Chia, the marketing director of Kechara Soup Kitchen, discovered through to a research involving 10,000 individuals that 80% of homeless people had dropped out of school and 79 came from poor families with little access to food and proper upbringing. Recognizing that a soup kitchen wasn't enough, Kechara started a food bank to provide consistent food, helping the poor to allocate more resources to other needs and hope they can break the cycle of poverty one day. So, in conclusion, starving issues, low income, and homelessness are the critical factors that we must emphasize as contributing to the development of the food bank. Food bank. These programs are essential in supporting vulnerable population, offering not just food but also access to vital resources and services that can significantly improve their overall well-being. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you to Ms. Zahira for your very interesting explanation. Okay, thank you to all the panelists today for amazing, and we would like to thank our English lecturer, Ms. Farah. And in conclusion, our forum today has highlighted many things about food banks. Therefore, I would like to encourage all of you to accomplish the food bank objective towards zero hunger by integrating information about food insecurities and the role of food banks into the school curriculum, and this also can educate young people and encourage family participation. So before we end our forum today, I want to increase the awareness about the issues, which is food insecurities, by using our social media such as Facebook and TikTok. We can use that platform to tell the story or statistic, and we also can use hashtag like hashtag end hunger and hashtag food insecurities to increase the public awareness. So that's all from us. Thank you and assalamualaikum. Baik,